Hey guys, what's up? I'm Greg, he's Q, together with Mr. Happy0121, and today, it's kind of a callback of sorts. Today, we're doing the Bacon Mozzarella Chicken Sandwich from Wendy's. We were ahead of the curve and did the Bacon Mozzarella Cheeseburger already. We're going to hit you guys a close-up, and then we're going to get right into it. Before we do the close-up, I wrote this down. When we did the last review, what I called mayonnaise was ill-informed. We didn't have, even on the website when we got this, there was no information. What we called mayonnaise in that video, we now know is Parmesan garlic sauce. It's not mayonnaise. So forgive our ignorance. Here comes the close-up with the Parmesan garlic sauce, if you will. This is a double close-up. We're going to see if they both hold up. Lettuce, onion, lots of bacon underneath the chicken. I don't want to take it apart. It's almost too beautiful. A quick look at the second one. Your artisan bun. Your lettuce. Your onions. Lots of bacon. Lots of chicken. Now that we have that unpleasantness behind us, let's eat this sandwich. After the excitement of the bacon mozzarella burger, we really thought there was only one way to top it. With a bacon mozzarella chicken sandwich. So let's hope so.
Let's hope so.
Let's get into it.
All right.
Again, that is a good looking sandwich.
It's a really good looking sandwich.
Bite one. Unlike the Chick-fil-A video we did recently, we're not going to chew. Well, we are going to chew, but you're not going to see it.
Yeah, that one time it was for like a joke.
One time only, yeah. That was it. Here we go. Third and final bite. And now the grade.
95. I really, really like this. Like the breading on the chicken is really good. You got the bacon on there. It's awesome.
And the garlic sauce.
Oh yes,
mixed well.
That too.
It mixed better with this than it did with the hamburger, actually.
Way better. Well, now I want to change this to a 97.
Wow, talked him up.
Yeah, you did.
The burger, I gave a 98. Said it was the best burger I've had maybe in years. So there's not a lot of room to go up, but I'm going to go up. I'm going to give this a 99. This translates even better to the chicken than it does the burger. The Parmesan garlic sauce mixes well with the chicken sandwich. The bacon, the cheese, the whole presentation, perfect.
Yeah, the lettuce, I don't mind that on there or whatever that is.
This may be the finest thing I've ever had from Wendy's. I know it's the highest grade I've ever given.
Definitely. This is the best thing you can get from Wendy's. This is way better than their little, square pattied hamburgers. That's for sure.
It even tops the Baconator, guys. Now, that'll engender some hate because the Baconator's a favorite. The Baconator, with me, is like a 94, 95. I say try both. Try the burger and the chicken. Let us know what you like better. Personally, the burger was awesome. The chicken was more awesome. This is the part where we say goodbye to 47% of you. Goodbye. Review's over. Thanks for coming. Okay, I think they're gone. Now we'll talk about some stuff.
All right, let's talk about some stuff.
This has nothing to do with anything. It's just something that I've been doing for the last 24 hours, so I thought I'd share it. It's been a minute since we've seen each other. The way I've been spending my time since I last seen you is watching a very specific genre of movies.
What would that genre be?
People racing from California to New York.
Didn't even know that was a genre of movie.
Before yesterday, I never realized that there are dozens of these movies. As a kid, they had this thing called the Cannonball Run with Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise, and they had a big race and it had a bunch of stars in it. And as far as I knew, they made 2 of these movies. Yesterday, I have this thing where I like to watch really bad movies on purpose. And I'd heard about Death Race 2000, the David Carradine starring movie from the mid-70s. Death Race 2000, which envisioned a future in the year 2000.
Sorry, but didn't the newest Death Race have Jason Statham in it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then even worse, the sequels to the new Death Race had knockoff Jason Statham in them in 2 and 3. But they do use the character Frankenstein, which is in this movie. He's this racer that's been pieced together in a lab.
Oh, that's cool.
Played by David Carradine. There's so much bad with this movie. Just go watch the CinemaSins of this and then decide if you want to see it. But let me just say this. This movie is on YouTube. In fact, what the hell? I'll link it here. Death Race 2000. If you want to see a really bad movie with pre-Rocky Sylvester Stallone, David Carradine, famous for autoerotic
asphyxiation.
Famous for autoerotic asphyxiation. I tried asphyxiation.
Wonder what that means.
In a closet with pictures. And several other people racing across the country. You should definitely see this. And like, YouTube is a funny place. You and I have had videos booted off of here for various things. In the film Death Race 2000, multiple murders, lots of boobs, but they're 70s boobs, so maybe YouTube like doesn't throw a flag on that. But like, you can't see boobs on YouTube, but I just watched a whole movie of boobs, so better catch this link while you can, kids. 70s boobs.
Yeah, kids.
It's, you know, those don't count, I guess. If they're more than 30 years, they're not really boobs anymore.
They're antique boobs.
I guarantee they don't look the same now, so there's that. So after Death Race 2000, I thought I was completely good. I'd seen all the cheese I needed to see for like a lifetime. But no, YouTube, for whatever reason, and I keep turning this thing off where it just rolls to the next video. Watching this on the Roku box, I didn't even know it had the thing where it's just going to play the next video on the line. 1 year after this movie was made, David Carradine made another movie. Guess what the premise was?
Racing?
Racing from California to New York. Completely different movie, has nothing to do. Two movies with the same premise that are not related. This one was called Cannonball, strangely enough, much like the Cannonball Run movies that came years later. So once again, he's racing from California to New York. People are getting killed and things are blowing up.
Were these movies like popular at the time, or?
Apparently not, because I'm pretty big on these. I mean, like, Death Race 2000 is a cult favorite. But, like, Cannonball, I had never heard of. It was very watchable. It was a completely 70s movie. Completely 70s. And what they called a PG movie back then would never fly as a PG movie now, is all I'm going to say. See, this movie was PG, and, yeah, it would be an R now.
Really?
Most definitely.
Wow.
Back in the day, a PG movie, you could get boobs in if they were for a second.
Well, PG is like parental guidance, right?
Yeah, that was before they invented PG-13, which they pushed right up to the boundary on now.
Oh, so it was just like you had PG and you had R back then.
Right.
Right?
So, this movie ended, and yeah, kids, I got a lot of free time, apparently. Guess what? Another movie began. I can't remember what the movie was, and they didn't call it this. It was like, thinking of The Flash, I'm calling it Speed Force. I don't remember the name of the movie. If you Google Cannonball Run 3, there's actually a Cannonball Run 3, but they didn't call it that because it wasn't up to the standards of the Cannonball Run franchise. Anybody's ever seen one of those movies, that should scare you in itself. So I watched a third movie with people racing from California to New York. Now, in this movie, it was a lighthearted comedy, and it had John Candy in it, and about 8 billion stars from the 80s and 90s. It had Bo Duke in it. Like, anybody in the movie was, you go, oh, that was that guy from Dallas or something. Dallas, the TV show, not Dallas, the city. At that point, after the third one, it was getting ready to roll into the Gumball Rally, which is another movie where people race across country. I drew the line. That was done. But I looked, and there were like an entire queue of movies of, not UQ, but a queue of movies of people racing across the country. How have I lived my whole long life and missed this?
I don't know.
But they don't make those movies anymore, apparently.
Aren't you glad that you stumbled across it, though?
I am, because I get obsessed with weird shit, as you know, as I spent weeks watching shit about OJ and JFK. Now I want to see every Race Across America movie because I now have to. So please, in the comments below, give me Race Across America movies. Not like Race Across the State. Smoking a Bandit doesn't count, because that was actually a beer run. He wasn't racing people. So give me a list of Race Across America movies if I missed any, because I want to see all of them now. I apparently, if I sit through Death Race 2000, I must have sit through the worst one ever made.
Maybe. You could only be that lucky.
Please, I like bad movies, so give me something worse.
I'm sure there's a bunch more. There's got to be just like...
Oh, well, that queue was full of shit I never heard of. Like the one I can't remember that was Cannonball Run 3. I don't know, but I watched it. And I won't give away any spoilers on who won.
Oh, good. Thank
I'll
you.
give away spoilers on the other two.
I was nervous the whole time. I was hoping you wouldn't say anything. I didn't want to interrupt you and ask you not to.
Death Race and Cannonball, here's a little bit of a spoiler. David Carradine won one of those. And then in the other one, his brother, the Revenge of the Nerd guy. There was a movie called Revenge of the Nerds. His brother is in it playing a cool guy in a Corvette, far from a nerd, and he wins.
Oh.
Now here's what's really weird about that. The cool guy in the Corvette that was the Revenge of the Nerd guy, this is 6 years before Revenge of the Nerds, and he looks like 10 years older than he did 6 years later. Facebook shoutouts. Now at 415 likes. We're doing 3 shoutouts today to try to catch up.
Joe Ali.
What's up, Joe? I would ask if you are any relation to Muhammad, but of course, Muhammad Ali doesn't have any relatives named Ali other than his daughter because that's not his name. So we won't ask you that, Joe Ali. We'll just say, Assalamu alaikum. Next, Leanne Gregory. Thank you, Leanne. This is your shout out. I'm going to, let you know that it was here. She asked me the other day, hey, where's my shout out? And, it's her turn on the list, so.
We got you.
We got you, Leanne. I hope I said that right. It's not like L-E-E, it's like Leanne. Maybe it's Leanne, maybe it's Leanne. We're going with Leanne Gregory. And last but not least, hearkening back to OJ, his best friend was AC Cowlings.
I didn't know that.
He was. That was the guy driving the Bronco. Or it could have been Alejandro Cadillo. What's up, AC?
What's up?
Hopefully you're still staying in contact with OJ.
Hopefully.
I don't think it's the same AC because, no.
Could you imagine, though, if it was?
How cool would that be?
That'd be awesome.
Do you know that somebody has that Bronco?
Oh, yeah.
Did I show you the video that guy has the AC Bronco hidden somewhere away? Now, the Bronco that OJ ran away in was not the same Bronco that was parked at his house where all the blood was.
Really?
All these years, all this shit I knew about OJ, I never knew there were 2 Broncos, but there were 2 Broncos.
Yeah?
Al Cowlings, AC, was such an OJ fanatic, he went and got one just like OJ's. So the one that they found at the house with the blood on it is not the same one that he was running down the interstate on. People get real confused about that.
Wow.
Dropping OJ knowledge in the Facebook shoutouts. 2 people.
Yeah.
2.5, because I kind of gave it a 2.5. 2 people cared. Wow, those 53% probably now 16%. This was a marathon. We hung in. We had shit to say. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Thanks as always. We appreciate you watching. Those of you that are still here, thank you again. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can find us on all social media, Mr. Happy0121. Until next time.
Sorry.
One more time. Until next time.
Stay vigilant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say something.
I did too. I sometimes